What amazing 2 games that we just had. Amazing, beautiful 2 games, especially the third game. Now, somebody tell me how the third game can be 10 times better than the final. The third game was so good and so beautiful to watch as a football fan than the finals, if I'm being honest. Third game, it was just an open game. It was just a beautiful open football game that anybody would love to just watch. Just watch. It's both teams just playing free. It was like the managers on the dressing rooms and before the game just went like, you guys, this is the last game that we have before you guys go off back to your clubs. Just go and just play how you want. You guys are free to play how you want. And that's what we got in the third place game. And yes, England came out as winners, but both teams showed pure respect for each other at the end of the game. And it was beautiful to watch. It was beautiful to watch. It was just a beautiful, respectful, and just a beautiful game of football on the third game. It was just a beautiful game. And that topped it up on the finals. That backed the finals up. Because after you watch a beautiful game the day before, and you go to the finals and you watch that, then you go, I mean, we still got a good game before that, but the finals was horrible compared to the third place game. And the third place game is, if I had a friend that had never watched football but wants to get into football, and if I had a friend like that, the first game I would show him would be that third place game. Because anybody would just fall in love with football after watching that. Because it was just a good open game and it was not boring. There was so many goals and it was just straight attacking football. It was good to watch. It was like you're watching like in a park, random kids go at it. It's no defensive. Nobody cares about defense. It's just go forward. It was a beautiful goal, and then Mbappe backs to put it 10. Yes, Olise missed quite a few easy chances, which probably could have give France the lead. The first half, France was nowhere near there. The first half, France, I don't know where they were, guys, but France was just not there. They were just not there. It was like they didn't even want to play that game, to be honest. But then second half, I think when they went to the dressing room, I think this what went down. What went down in the dressing room, they were like, yo guys, we're gonna go home. We're gonna go home, but we can't go home losing 6-0. We are France. We can't go home looking that bad back to our country. So they were like, all right, let's go back and let's put a few goals down so it looks like a very good game or a decent game. So they went back and then they scored 3. And then England scored. Bukayo Saka scored a hat-trick. Who would have thought Bukayo Saka would have scored a hat-trick? Bukayo Saka, the man who didn't even get picked on the semi-finals against Argentina. He didn't even come in. Somebody tell me how Bukayo Saka doesn't even come in as a sub in an England game. Thomas Tuchel is not the manager for England. He's just not the manager for England. I hate to say it, but he's just not the manager for England. And it showed in this World Cup that he's not the manager for England. The only reason why they really got that far, it wasn't just because of him. Yes, he had a bit. Sometimes he had a bit, but it was the players that wanted to get far. The players are the one that wanted to get far. It wasn't Thomas Tuchel who done that. It wasn't. He done awful subs, awful mistakes throughout many of England's games, if you watched it. And there's players that you cannot keep on the bench. He kept players on the bench the whole time without seeing a playing time. And that's just, it's awful. Like, I think like some players of England should have at least seen the field even for like 20 minutes every game, 15 minutes every game. You know what I mean? At least see, because those are players that can impact the game and change the game. But anyways, let's move on. Yes, Bukayo Saka scored a hat-trick, and Bellingham steps up to the penalty spot. Bukayo Saka has 2. Bellingham steps up to the spot to take the penalty. And if he scores, he could be, I think, I think the player with most goals in the World Cup, like in a World Cup, in the same World Cup, he steps up and he gives it to Bukayo Saka. He gives it to Bukayo Saka to score Bukayo Saka to score his hat trick. And that right there is what I call a team player. That right there is what I call a selfless player. He wants the team to win, and he doesn't just want individual achievements. He wants the teams to win. But now this is the question I ask. Where is that Jude Bellingham in Madrid? Where is that Jude Bellingham in Madrid? Because in Madrid, when it's a penalty spot, Vini, Mbappe, Bellingham, they fight for that. And we just saw Bellingham hand over the ball to Bukayo Saka to score a hat trick when he could have got an achievement for himself, which he then goes on to score in the last goal. And he actually got that anyway, if I'm not mistaken. But where is that team, the team player? Like Bellingham showed throughout this whole World Cup, he wanted England to win, not him. He wanted England to win. He was fighting for England. And you could see in every single game the passion that he played with. Now I say, where is that in Real Madrid? Mbappe in France, amazing. Now I say, where is that in Madrid? Yes, Mbappe bagged mad goals in Madrid. But I'm saying the passion. Vini for Brazil playing so good. And wanting to win for Brazil. Now I say that, where is that in Real Madrid? You put those three players who each are carrying their national teams together and you telling me nothing happens? Only rivalry? Come on, bro. Come on. But anyways, now we move on to the finals. Almost forgot about the finals. And the finals, it was a very boring game. And the finals was just one-sided. It was one-sided. And we saw, but Argentina did not look like a team that should be in the finals. They did not look like a team that should be in the finals, that even got near the finals. They did not look like a team that wanted to play to win it. They did not look the team that everybody says, oh yes, they fight for Messi. They fight for Messi. They play for Messi. They did not look like it in that game. They did not look like it. They showed no spirit, which they showed in all the other games. They showed no spirit. They showed no wanting to win. They didn't want to win. And it's like, congratulations to Spain, because they made another team look like absolute amateurs. A team that wasn't playing the best football, because Argentina wasn't playing the best football in the whole World Cup. But still, in those last moments and the times that they needed to play good, they played good. They played like killers. They played with spirit. And Spain took that away from them. Yes, it went all the way to extra time. But it only went because Spain couldn't finish. Spain couldn't finish their chances, put on the play, and they couldn't. And Argentina did play good in defense. But that's about all they done. It was a very, very hard watch if you're an Argentina fan. And a very hard watch if you are a football fan, because you expect the World Cup final to be a good, I wouldn't even say even, just a good game. And that's not what we got in this final. We did not get a good football game. We didn't get. It was just pure domination of Spain. Spain embarrassed Argentina. Spain annihilated Argentina. That was violations to the max. You telling me they had like 25 shots or whatever? Like 13 on target or something like that? And Argentina, 0 shots off target, 0 shots on target. It don't matter. Barely any chance, barely any danger. There was nothing. The ball was always on Argentina's side. It was pure domination. It was like if a Division 1 team versus a Division 5 team. Pure domination. That was pure domination. You don't expect that in the final. Argentina did not play like they were even meant to be in the final. They did not play like they won the last World Cup. It was horrible and awful to watch an Argentina side like that played before. And when they pull up to Spain and they play like that, and now I think to myself, it might just be Spain. It might just be Spain because they done it to France. France was the strongest attack attacking team in the whole World Cup. They came up against Spain, and Spain made them look like amateurs. They made Olise look like an amateur, and made Olise look like an average player. They made Mbappe not even appear in the game. The man that won the top scorer, the one that goal debut. They made him not even appear in the game. And now I think to myself, maybe it's just Spain being that dominant. Maybe it's Spanish football just dominating the rest of the footballs. Maybe it's just Spanish football that stands on top of the whole world. They won the Euros. Now they win the World Cup. And now I think to myself, it might just be Spain. It might be Spain, and this might be their golden era. Not the Puyols, not the Iniestas, not the Xavis, not that generation, the Sergio Ramos. This one right here might be a gold generation. And they're showing you with titles. They're showing you. And it's looking like a phenomenal performance by them. Because now they take Olise. They made Olise look average. They take Olise, take him out of the game. The man that had the most assists or whatever. They make the top scorer of the whole World Cup look like nobody. They even appear in the game. And now they made the greatest player in the world. A man that had a beautiful World Cup with so much stats made him look like nobody. And yes, the guy is 40 years old. You don't expect a 40-year-old to run up, down, up, down. And this camera is doing that. You don't expect a 4-year-old to go up, down, up, down, up, down, running like crazy, because that's not what Messi is going to do. And Messi can't perform if he doesn't get the ball, because Argentina did not get the ball. They did not get the ball, and when they got the ball, they gave it away straight away. So you can't expect Messi to perform if he's not receiving the ball on the opposition side, on the opposition's half. And the team did not play for Messi this game. They did not. They wanted to go home. And I want to say that red card from Enzo, awful. That red card from Enzo just shows that he did not, that it just showed that he lost control. He lost his head, and you can't lose your head in a final. You cannot lose your head when that much is on the line. He sold his team. He sold Messi. He sold his team. Because with him on the field would be 11v11. And if I'm being real, Argentina take that to penalties and could have a better chance of winning the game. If I'm being. And that tackle is a very, very dangerous tackle. He could have broke, who was it, Kabarsi's foot. I'm not even joking. That is a very dangerous tackle. And that just shows his frustration that he had and that he lost his head. He lost his head and he went for that tackle on a yellow card. He went to break the guy's leg. That is a very awful tackle. And he sold his team, because as soon as he walked off the pitch, he left his team to die there. He left his team behind to die there to the Lions. Because that's basically what they done. Because they were already struggling. And him getting a red card just put his team to die in the Lions den. Literally. 40 degrees, sweating. And he left them to die there. And now you tell me that is a world-class player? Yes, it is a world-class player. But no world-class player to that magnitude should lose his head no matter the circumstances. And he's done it for Chelsea, and now he's done it for Argentina. And this is what I'm talking about. It's hard. It's very hard for Argentina, but everybody congratulate Spain because they played flipping amazing. They showed levels. They showed their football is levels. And the goal that was scored, congrats to Lamine Yamal, because people will say, oh, Lamine Yamal, yeah, he don't do shit. He did. Only somebody that doesn't know football would say that he didn't do nothing. He did. Because when he receives the ball on the right side, the players all push to his side, which then he crosses it to the opposition side, which leaves Nico Williams to give the header backwards. So only somebody that doesn't know ball would say that Lamine did not do anything. or it wasn't Lamine that done the goal, or Lamine didn't have no part in it. Because he did. He pushes the players. The players all come to his sides like a magnet, and then leaving the rest of the space open, which then he crosses their back post. But then we got Rodri, who won the Golden Ball award, which is well deserved because Rodri played amazing the whole World Cup, and without him on the middle for Spain, maybe Spain wouldn't be the same Spain in the middle. Maybe they wouldn't be pressing. Maybe they wouldn't be as comfortable as they are with Rodri. So I think it's well deserved. And then we got Mbappe winning the Golden Boot award, which he got 10 goals. Amazing. The top scorer ever in the World Cup in history. This guy's doing levels. Still like 27. Crazy. And then we got Unai Simon, who won the Golden Glove award, which, yes, he did deserve it, but I don't think it was challenged as much, even throughout the games. I don't think it was challenged too much because of the defense and the midfield of Spain don't really allow that. But yes, he did do good, and he did do clutch saves as well. So I think he deserves it as well. And then Kobarsi, I would say Kobarsi winning the Young Player award. By far. That guy showed at 19, and he showed that much experience when that guy has never been in the World Cup, and he showed like that they can count on him on the back line because you are the last line of defense except from the goalkeeper, and he was playing there like he was an experienced center back. The plays that he done, even carrying the ball forward, there was times when he just takes the ball forward past the midfield to open up the game and create plays. Yes, he done that. 19-year-old. It's crazy. He done it going forward, and he done it defending. Amazing, and I think he totally deserves that. Now, Spain, 3 of your players won four of the awards. 3 out of 4 of the awards. Congratulations. The only one that didn't was the only one that was somebody else was Kylian Mbappe. The rest were all Spanish players, and they all deserved it, if I'm being honest. Played an amazing World Cup, and they performed. They showed Spain football is dominant. They won big teams, and Argentina, this is why I say, when you go for an easy side and you get matched up against a hard team, people say easy side, oh yeah, they got the easy side, but there's always downfalls of getting the easy side, because then you get against a big team, you don't get challenged. So when you go against a good team, even if it's on the semis or the finals, you struggle, and you struggled against England. Argentina is lucky England went defense and not forward and continued playing the way they were playing throughout the first half and the beginning of the second half, because then Argentina would have lost. They would have lost that game. And then England basically handed them the game. And then they came up against Spain, probably literally the biggest team that they ever faced in this whole World Cup. Before them was only England. And then before that was even no good team, to be honest. They get challenged, and it's in the final. And Spain have gone through France, Portugal. They've gone through big teams that challenge them. Yes. And they come, and they're already in that high level because they beat all the high teams. The favorites. They be favorites to win. So they come into this mad, like they come like influenced. And they come very hyped and very strong, very confident. And they come into this very confident, knowing that they can win this. And then Argentina comes scared. They came scared because they got dominated horribly. And they looked like they came scared. And that's what happened. So anyways, I'm probably waffling too much, but this is what I think. So let me know what you guys think. It was a very good 2 games. Spain showed levels above everybody. So if anybody says they did not deserve the World Cup, then boy, I'd smack the shit out of you straight away. Because boy, they deserve this World Cup so much. 10 times more than any other team, because of the teams that they went through, and they showed levels of football. They deserve this World Cup. Facts. And Argentina, embarrassing performance at the end. Embarrassing performance, and they did not want to play for Messi. They did not want to play for their country. Enzo Fernandez, you sold your team. But it is what it is. And congratulations to Spain. Congratulations for everybody that won the awards.